The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association presents Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing is presented by the Ohio Veterinary Medical Center, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, Dublin Valley Farms, Stable.ca, and Midland Acres. Now let's go trackside for all the action.
Good morning, and I can say good morning because we're here before noon today, and welcome to the Mahoning County Fair in Canfield, Ohio. Don Tiger and Frank Froz for the OHHA bringing you 9 action-packed harness races today. We also have a two-day meet here. Our second half is on Monday. We've got an excellent card on Monday, Labor Day as well. Well-attended fair over here. It's just a great place to be. They're expecting 300,000 people over the course of the week for the fair. Ample parking over here, just a great place to be. Very good harness racing and very good wagering over here too. So if you're in our listening audience and you're close today, come on by. We've got our passports to stamp. We already stamped one passport today. So come on by, get your passport stamped. As Frank's alluded on the air, if we've got at least 5 stamps and you come Jug Week to the tent, there will be a special prize for anyone that has done that. So great day of racing, good day of wagering. Happy to be here. We do got a lot of changes to bring you. I do have to apologize. I don't have all of those, but I did hear Justin Irvine's name a bunch of times. He was only listed on one horse. So
I think I've got most of them, Don. Let's start with the 1. So we're going to scratch the number 5, Midwind Seashell. And don't forget, you can get your program now if you go to harnessracingohio.com. You can pick it up and follow along with us. And that will be the first change that we have is we're going to have a scratch of the number 5, Midwind Seashell. In the second race, we have one change. The 7 horse will be driven by Justin Irvine. Mark St. Louis not here today. In the third race, we have 3 scratches. Scratch the 4, the 5, and the 8. Justin Irvine will drive the 6. In the fourth, we are scratching the number 4, Secret Captain. Let Don turn his page and catch up. We have 2 driver changes. On the 3, Keith Cash Jr. to drive. And the 6, Justin Irvine. The 5, scratch the number 6, Dixie Road. The number 1 will be driven today by Luke Ebersol.
Luke or Logan?
Luke is
okay,
what I was told.
Sure. Okay. All right.
But, you know, it's that could change, though. We know how that happens,
yep.
So we'll keep an eye on that one for you. The 6, in the 6th race, scratch the 5, Risky Hill, and scratch the 6, Country Behave. Change the driver on the number 1 to Justin Irvine. In the 7th, get your ink pen out. Scratch the 2, the 5, and the 6. The 8th race is clear. The 9th race, our final race, scratch the number 1, SP Dancing with Stars. And I'm a Beach Lady will be driven by Justin Irvine. And I just got a change in the 4th, the number 3. I don't know if I told you this one. I think I just heard it. Keith Cash Jr.
Yeah, we got that.
Did we?
One.
Okay,
yep.
I wasn't sure if we had gotten that one or not. So, So there you go. There is the field. Beautiful track here today. We'll take you on a quick little spin around the track. We're going to score, I believe, 7 here today.
7 across per Woody.
And as you can see, big turns here. And we have pretty much, you could have them pretty much picked up the entire way. We got a couple of blind spots, not big ones, but just Right there's one of our blind spots. We'll just follow this horse warming up so you can actually see what we're going to have today. And then we're going to hit another little blind spot right here as they come by a couple of trailers, and then we'll work around. And then these big, wide, sweeping turns.
Yeah, this is a great racetrack. I was talking to Woody Woolham, one of the fair board managers here, and they built this place in 1922, and they brought Single G over to break the track record. Obviously, set the track record at that time. Single G, a stalwart on the Ohio racing circuit in the earlier years. But they take great care of this place. Nice bank turns, fast miles. Last year, actually, we had a 53-4 or 53-3 mile by the Tan Man. I'm just double checking that right now. Yep, 53-1. I take that. So last year to get a half-mile track record here, 53-1.
You know how else you can check it?
On your little
your coin. Did you get one yet?
I got one. It's in the pocket.
Yep,
yes,
there you
sir.
go. The Canfield Fair does this thing, and it's not only for harness racing. They also do it for other. They have a whole series every year of poker chips that they do for the different parts of the fair. And for harness racing this year, Tan Man, the 2023 track record holder, is on the.
That's pretty neat. You want to zoom in on it?
Just to show it? Let's see. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see. Maybe. Yeah, it's a little dark there, but nope. Back a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's what the poker chip looks like.
Yeah, they give these away. Yeah, pretty key.
Give those away, and and I think they do something with them. They give them away, and if you can turn them in for a bet, I think I know they've done that in the past. I'm not sure if they're doing that this year or not. So we are getting ready to go. Tell you a little bit about who's working today. Our speed superintendent is Woody Woolman, and our presiding judge, Doug Thomas. Our clerk is Brenda Bates. And I want to tell you one thing. Brenda is the happiest person in the world. You go down into that speed office, she's laughing, she's having a good time. They got donuts, they got coffee. She's just having a great time down in that speed office. Lynn Scott Photo and Jim Ashman doing our photo finish today. And our starter is Mike Wepkenberg. He has his gate here today. He is actually the starter. Our announcer, the man, the myth, the legend, the voice, Roger Houston. So we have him. So we will be ready to go here today. 9 on the card today. We'll be back Monday morning, 11 o'clock for 12, including the Canfield Trotting Derby and the Canfield Pacing Derby. So 2 of their big races will be on Monday. We have, what do we have here? So we will have 6 waiting to come on out onto the track. So we will have the playing of our national anthem. We'll pick that up here.
No better way to kick off the day than with the Star Spangled Banner.
As we get set to go. In fact, that's the 3rd time I've heard it here on the fairgrounds today. They had it to open the fair this morning, and then I heard it for, I believe they've got a horse show going on out past the straightaway. If you look back over, I think it's right back in that area right there. They got a horse show going on. They had it there earlier, and then we played it here as well. So we are getting set for the post-parade for the first coming up shortly.
Nice crowds filled in here today, too. I mean, we've had a little bit of light rain to begin before the race.
Frank's in town.
Yeah,
you know what that means. Light rain.
Frank brought his rain cloud with him, and but still, we've really filled in nicely. Huge grandstand over here, and I would say, guesstimation, probably at this point, we've already got 200 people. Another great tarmac out here with a lot of people down on the tarmac, probably a good 30 to 40 people on the tarmac. They've got good, solid wagering here. Well-attended fair, 300,000 people coming through the turnstiles this week. So we're excited to bring you all 9 of these races, and it looks like we're going to go as programmed and as post for the time. Still waiting for the horses out on the racetrack. We'll get looks like we got most of them out. Roger will get them to the post here pretty quick. Two changes in here for you. It looks like also Keith Cash Jr. is on the 7 horse here today, Song of a Dragon. So make that change as well.
Don, we've been told that we're having some trouble with our Harness Racing Ohio site to download the programs. Apparently it wasn't loading. We think it's been corrected, but we are working on that problem back in the mothership back in Grove City. The mothership is working to get that fixed. So
good, those will be up, and while they're not, we'll give you as much information as we can so you know the participants.
We got everybody checking in. We've got them in Van Wert, Indiana. We've got them from Delaware. We've got them all over, and we've got them in Florida, where Dave Myrick, I am not happy with your son, Charlie. I was in the speed office. Charlie walked in, looked at me, and said, well, I knew Frank was here. It's raining. Oh, so here come the horses for the post-parade of the first. And we'll get them right here. Roger getting ready to do that. So let's send it up to Roger Houston.
Conferring the post for the first race. Hometown of Cold Stake, 2-year-old filly Pace, first division, sponsored by Lane Funeral Home. Number 1, Some Say, the driver Elliott Deaton. The 2, Lily Grace Hill with Eric Miller. The 3, I Don't Know Who, Chris Hirschberger. Number 4, Mickey's Dragon with Charlie Myrick. The 5 is Scratch. The 6, Angel in Paradise, Justin Irvine. And number 7, Song of a Dragon, Keith Cash Jr. in the sulky. Horse to take 1 score and go to the gate.
There's your horse. There's your horses for race number 1. 2 changes again in here. Midwind Seashell is scratched, and Song of a Dragon, Keith Cash Jr. Let's give you these horses a little rundown. Some Say, Danny Hostetler trains and owns. Elliott Deaton in the sulky today. 0 for 7 on the season. Does have a 3rd place finish. $1,700 in earnings. Drew the 8-hole last time out at Northfield. Will really like this inside post.
The number 2 is Lily Grace Hill. Eric Miller drives for Corey Day Ehrman. 1 win in 7 starts this year, earnings of almost $19,000. Has been trying the Buckeye Stallion Series and the Ohio Sire Stakes as well. Last win came at Northfield back on July 26th.
Who's the 3 horse? I don't know who. Well, that's his name. I don't know who. Chris Hirschberger trains. C&C Stables of Canton, Ohio owned. Chris Hirschberger in the sulky today. 0 for 6, but does have 2 seconds and 1/3. Made a break last time out, but prior to that has 2 solid second-place finishes. Currently 4 to 5 favorite.
The number 4 is Mickey's Dragon. Charlie Myrick drives, trains for Richard Lee Stacy. This is a Fear the Dragon out of the well-said mare. Fits well. 7 starts on the year. 3rd place finish to show so far.
5 horses been withdrawn. The 6 horse, Angel in Paradise. Don Irvine Jr. trains. Son Justin Irvine Jr. in the sulky. Terry Young owns this horse from Streetsboro, Ohio. One of the choices in here for sure. This horse, 7 starts, 3 wins, 1 second, $16,000 in earnings. Nice blowout win last time out at 4 to 5 at Canton. The horse to beat, in my opinion. Even money.
The number 7 is Song of a Dragon. Braden Rhodes drives for Jeff Mallitz. This is Fear the Dragon out of the Art Major mare J.K. Song Sung Blue. Mark Yoder of Orwell, Ohio, is the owner. 14 starts on the year. Still looking for that first win. Has 2 seconds and 4 thirds.
There's your field for the opener. We have Win Play Show, Exacta, Trifecta, early daily double wagering. Like I said, this is a great place to be. So if you like grassroots harness racing, and just as we said, we're getting ready to kick off the card, the sun has come out to bless us with a nice day. So it looks like we should have a dry 9-race card. They're starting to assemble on the turn. Mike Wokenberg has put the gas pedal down, and I start to see the truck moving on the backside. Won't be long, and we'll be kicking off our 2-day meet over here at Mahoning Valley. Just a beautiful place to be in Canfield, Ohio. Thanks for riding along with us on this Saturday morning. And we're sending it up to Roger for the call of race number 1.
To the gate. Horses approaching the starting gate. In the barn area, get them ready for the second. Get them ready for the second. 2-year-old filly pacers are all in behind the gate. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and facing. That's Angel in Paradise, fast out of the gate on the outside. Mickey's Dragon is there second. Illy Gracie Hill racing down along the pylons, getting away fourth. It's Song of a Dragon. On to the backside fifth, it's Some Say, and trailing the field, I Don't Know Who. Down the backside to the first quarter mark, it's Angel in Paradise with the lead. Lily Grace Hill right there second. Mickey's Dragon is third. Into the turn fourth, it's Song of a Dragon. As they race over to the quarter, 29 3/5. Around the turn, racing fifth, as Some Say, and treading the field, I Don't Know Who. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. It's Angel in Paradise, showing the way by a length and 3/4. Racing second, Lily Grace Hill. Pacing third, Mickey's Dragon. Fourth is Song of a Dragon. Fifth, Some Say. The trailer, I Don't Know Who. They're halfway home. 59 4. Into the turn, going to the 5/8 mark. Been there every step. Angel in Paradise shows the way by a length and a half. Racing second is Lily Grace Hill. Down the backside they go. Mickey's Dragon pacing third, starting to gap out. Racing fourth, Song of a Dragon. Fifth is Some Say, and treading the field, I Don't Know Who. At the 3/4 mark, into the turn they go. Angel in Paradise still with the lead. 3/4, 129 3. Staying with him, Eric Miller and Lily Grace Hill. 2-horse battle from here with an 8 to go in Ohio. Angel in Paradise with the lead, opening up on Lily Grace Hill. To the wire, Angel in Paradise, Lily Grace Hill, Mickey's Dragon. The mile, 1:58 4/5.
1:58 4, 6-2-4 unofficial. Justin Irvine picked in right up where he left off yesterday. He had a 3-bagger in his 4th drive consecutive. That's 4 wins.
Giddy up.
Giddy up.
Giddy up already. You know, they came into half in 59, and, you know, that kind of raised a few eyebrows, you know. But this track, we've talked about it. This track is a great track for speed, and we're going to see a lot of it today.
We definitely will. Yeah, it's a fun place to be. I love this racetrack because this gives you the feel of a pari-mutuel track with a fair flavor. That's all I can tell you, and it's big effort there. Justin kicked the earplugs out at the half, got a little bit more pace, but well rated. This horse left the gate like a rocket ship, pretty much crossed over, I'd say about 10, 15 jumps right out of the gate. Easily went over to the rail. I will make a notation, the 7 trailed in that race.
Did we have a trailer?
He trailed. So I apologize. When I was talking to Woody earlier, he said they can go 7 across here. So
they must only go 6 across,
6 across,
for
7
the county
trails.
fair races.
Yeah, so we'll just make notate of that going forward.
And usually in the program it'll say which horse starts from the second tier. We did not have that, so
nope.
Yeah. So that would
good effort by the 2, Lily Grace Hill too. Nothing, no shame there. That horse stayed right with the 6 all the way around. Both of those young, talented fillies look like their careers are heading in the right direction.
So hopefully by Monday they bring out a trailer that has the winner's circle on it.
That's right. Because I was thinking, what is going on there? That's part of the fun of racing is winner circles. So
Yep.
I get it.
So they'll probably do something out front, but they won't have the big truck that comes behind. So here comes Justin Irvine back.
Stands and going to the winner's circle. Number 6, Angel in Paradise. Owned by Terry Young, Streetsboro, Ohio. Don Irvine Jr., the trainer. Justin Irvine in the sulky. 2-year-old filly by Fear of the Dragon of a Mama's Fallen Angel. Home a winner in 1:58 4/5. Blanket in this race, sponsored by Lane Funeral Home. To number 6, Angel in Paradise, Don Irvine Jr. and Justin Irvine. And Angel in Paradise by Fear of the Dragon, another winner from Midland Acres. Results are official. Number 1, Some Say, 5. The 2, Lily Grace Hill, 2. The 3, I Don't Know Who, 6. The 4, Mickey's Dragon, 3. The 5 was scratched. The 6, Angel in Paradise, the winner. The 7, Song of a Dragon, 4. Top down, 5, 2, 6. 3 scratch, 1, 4 on the bottom. The quarter, 20, no, and 3. The half, 59, 4. 3 quarters, 129, 3. The mile, 158, 4/5. In the second race, number 7, Endless Time, the driver, Justin Irvine.
I had to keep laughing every time I heard Roger say, I don't know who. I kept wanting to say, well, look in the program.
It's a great little euphemism name. I enjoy that. So I had a little fun with that myself. Race 1's in the books, though, 624. You got a nice win ticket, 520 on the Angel in Paradise. So, again, they pumped the money in down here, which is good. Takes us to race number 2. We've got one program change only in race number 2. Endless Time, make the driver Justin Irvine. We're going to tell you a lot more about that and the rest of the card right after these brief messages.
The Mahoning County Fair, better known as the Canfield Fair, is not only the largest in the state of Ohio, but the 3rd largest fair in the entire nation. What once began in the local courthouse now spans over 350 acres, with more than 60 permanent buildings and a grandstand that holds 6,200 spectators. The Canfield Fair was established in 1846, with the first racetrack laid in 1883. Many horses have seen the track, but the greatest has undoubtedly been Single G. The Immortal Harness Hall of Fame inductee was the horse that time forgot, winning 262 starts and clocking miles in 1:58.2 in the 1920s. Single G was invited to the 1926 Mahoning County Fair to pace his final mile before retirement. The crowd filling the grandstand stood and cheered on Single G the entire race. The Canfield Fair now hosts an FFA pace called the Single G in honor of the great horse's last win. Today, the Mahoning County Fair is a member of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. They host 3 afternoons of live action racing.
History, tradition, For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Mark your calendar for the new and exciting North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. Tuesday, December 17th at the Mount Hope Event Center in Mount Hope, Ohio. Broodmares, broodmare prospects, racehorses, and stallion shares. Pedigrees announced by Ed Teefee and Gabe Pruitt. Online bidding, clean, heated facility. The North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. A live auction to see quality horses with industry-leading pedigrees. Tuesday, December 17th in Mount Hope, Ohio. Entries open September 5th.
Welcome back to the Mahoning County Fair in Canfield, Ohio. Don Tiger and Frank Frost for the OHHA. We're bringing you 9 grassroots harness racing today. We have race 1 in the books. We still got 8 more to bring you. We've got dry conditions right now. We had a little bit of rain earlier today, but the temperatures are very nice and mild today. Not a bad day out here, Frank. We've got some clouds in the sky, but right now no precipitation, and we've got a pretty good track condition. So we saw a zippy mile in race 1, 58-4.
We got some entertainment, too, up in the grandstand today. Usually this band sets up down below, but with it raining, they've moved up here into the grandstand. It was funny, down when the drag came by. You know, the track looks like it's in pretty good shape, but when the drag came by, you could see the track is still a little bit damp, especially right in front of the grandstand. So, you know, if the rain stays away, the wind will help a little bit, and the humidity should dry it up a little bit, and we may even have faster times than we had earlier.
Yeah, a little bit of water on the track actually is always good for the track. That's why we water the racetracks, but it's that fine line. You don't want to get it where it gets loose and sloppy. Like if you get it and it dries out, it makes it even a faster surface because it gets a little bounce to it. So.
And I think did they not change the time of that last race also? I thought that. What did you have as the
58-4.
Okay, that's why I thought 59 and something. So, yeah, but they went with that. So
58-4. That's what the announcer said. So that's what I have wrote down in my book. We've got 7 horses in this race, number 2. Also, we do have one notation. We thought they scored 7 across here, but they only score 6 across in the 7 Endless Time. Will be a trailer. That horse, Endless Time, will get the services of Justin Irvine, who is riding a personal 4-race winning streak. Justin won 3 over at Burton last night, and he won the opener here today. So his last 4 pari-mutuel drives have been winning ones. So we'll see if Justin can continue that. He's got a little bit taller task today, as Endless Time is 15-1 currently on the tote board. Your current favorite is the 3-horse Home Run Queen at 1-5. I'm sure that price will fluctuate a little bit as they do spread the money around here in Canfield. When horses are assembling, we're going to have a post parade here momentarily.
We're racing in the Home Talent Colt Stakes, a total of 15 fairs. There are 10 of them right there. Dover, Hilliard, Lisbon, Jefferson, Carrollton, Ashland, Canfield, Bucyrus, Canton, Cortland. I'll give you the other 5 in a minute, but let's go up to Roger for the post parade.
First division, blanket by United Extrusion Dyes Incorporated. Number 1, Punctual Pam, the driver Charlie Myrick. Number 2, Midnight Nolan with Luke Ebersole. Number 3, Home Run Queen, the driver Darren Harvey. Number 4, Hopeful Dreams, Corey Kreiser. Number 5, The Long Cool Creek with John Hochstedler. Number 6, Quick and Easy with Jason Thompson. And number 7, Endless Time, Justin Irvine in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. Justin Irvine drives the 7, Endless Time.
So there's your post parade, and here's a closer look at these horses. The 1, Punctual Pam, Charlie Myrick, trains and drives, Second Chance Stables. He owns this one. 0 for 20 on the season. Does have a 2nd and 3rd place finish and $7,000 in tow. Last year, 2 of 12. This horse draws good here today and looks for some minor rewards.
The number 2 is Midnight Nolan. Luke Ebersol drives for Dan Walski. 9 starts, 1 win. That came last time out in the Buckeye Stallion Series at Northfield. Trotting in 157-4 to break the maiden win for the first time this year. Lifetime 5 wins in 17 starts. Earnings over $60,000 for Midnight Nolan.
The 3-horse Home Run Queen, Wes Hirschberger trains for Wayne Mast and Stephen Miller. Darren Harvey has the lines today. This horse has been a stalwart on this fair circuit. 13-17, 1-2, $45,000 in earnings. A mark of 157. Warmed up extremely nice on the racetrack. Small, compact horse. Looks ready to go and is the public's choice here at 4-5.
The number 4 is Hopeful Dreams. Corey Kreiser drives, trains, and co-owns along with Melissa Lawyer. This is a long time out of the Sandvik mare. Stand Up Babe has hit the board 5 of the last 6 races. Has won 2 of 11 this year. Was a winner 2 back at Rock Springs, winning by 36 lengths.
5-horse, the Long Cool Creek, owned, trained, and driven by John Hostetler of Dover, Ohio. 0-2 on the season, 0-16 last year. Still looking for that maiden score. Did have 5 third-place finishes. Has a couple breaks on the program. Recently, last 2 have stayed flat. Looks to get some minor rewards.
The number 6 is Quick and Easy. Jason Thompson drives for Scott Cox, who is the lessee on this horse. This is a filly by Volstead out of Easy Strength. Has hit the board 6 straight, 10 of 17 for the year, 4 wins, earning $27,000. Was a winner 3 back at Jefferson.
7-horse Endless Time. Herman Hagerman trains for Ronald Burks. Justin Irvine has the lines today. 12 of 18, first or second, $32,000 in earnings. Mark of 201 at Bucyrus. The very hot Justin Irvine in the sulky, currently still at 25-1. Nice long shot price here. We'll send it up to Roger for the call of race number 2.
Three-year-old filly trotters are all in behind the Mike Wipkenberg starting gate on the upper turn. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and trotting. That's Home Run Queen going right out for the lead. Off stride on the outside, Quick and Easy. Into the turn they go. Midnight Nolan gets away second from the second tier. Endless Time racing third. Fourth on the outside, Long Cool Creek racing fifth. At Punctual Pam. Sixth on the inside, Hopeful Dreams. Off stride trailing the field, Quick and Easy. Down the backside they go to the first quarter mark. It's Home Run Queen and Darren Harvey showing the way with a rush on the outside. Here comes Hopeful Dreams and Corey Kreiser, now second and challenging. Opening quarter, 30 4/5. Around the turn, off stride goes Hopeful Dreams. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. On top of the field and showing the way, Home Run Queen. Right there, second is Midnight Nolan. Third, Endless Time. Racing fourth, the Long Cool Creek. Back trotting fifth, Hopeful Dreams. Sixth. Creating the field. Following that break early on, it's Punctual Pam. They race over to the half in 101 3/5. On to the backside they go. Home Run Queen has the lead by a length and a quarter. On the move on the outside. Here comes Luke Ebersol. Midnight Nolan now second, sticking the nose in front. Racing third, Endless Time at the 3/4 mark. Racing fourth, way back, the Long Cool Creek. Over the 3/4 in 131 3. Third panel in 30 seconds flat. Nose to nose, stride for stride, toe to toe with an 8 to go in Ohio. On the outside, Midnight Nolan. Inside, Home Run Queen. It's Midnight Nolan and Luke Ebersol. Home Queen, Endless Time. The mile, 2:01.
2:01 unofficial, 3-2-7. Very nice battle there from pretty much the half home. Home Run Queen seized the lead right out of the starting gate. Midnight Nolan set right on that one's bumper. The 7 endless time from the second tier squeezed in there to get away third. They sat that way the whole way around till the backstretch. And up the backstretch, Midnight Nolan, Luke Ebersol finally said, let's go. Got in a nice battle back and forth with Home Run Queen to all the way halfway down the stretch. But confidently driven, hand-ridden to the wire. Midnight Nolan improving and was drawing off at the wire. So 2-3-7. 2-3-7, I'm sorry, unofficial. Midnight Nolan picks up the victory.
Back-to-back wins for Midnight Nolan. And you take a look back, Don, at the lines. The last 2 wins, Luke Ebersol in the bike. Before that, 4 different drivers. So maybe they've figured out something here, and Luke with the lines has come home a winner in the last 2.
Yeah, definitely a horse that with some talent. Last year was 4 of 8, now 2 of 10 on the season. Sources banked a little over $63,000. So brief career, but this 3-year-old filly by Uncle Peter is seemed to have figured it out, and this one's on the way to winner's circle. 9-5 too. Another nice mutual, paying back at least $560, $580 to the locals.
Coming back in front of the stands to the winner's circle is Midnight Nolan and Luke Ebersol. Crowd giving him a nice round of applause.
Winner's circle, your unofficial winner, number 2, Midnight Nolan, owned by the Walski stable of Transfer, PA. Dan Walski, the winning trainer. Luke Ebersol in the sulky. 3-year-old filly by Uncle Peter out of Love Child, home a winner in 2:01. And for Midnight Nolan, 2 in a row. In a row. Results are official. Number 1, Punctual Pam, did not finish, broken equipment. The 2, Midnight, the winner. The 3, Home Run Queen, 2. The 4, Hopeful Dreams, 5. The 5, Long Cool Creek, 4. The 6, Quick and Easy, 6. The 7, Endless Time, 3. Top Down, DNF, 1, 2, 5, 4, 6. 3 on the bottom, the mile. 30 and 4, 101.3, 131.3, the mile, 2:01. Kylie Cash, scratch the 5, Flying Emperor, 8, Sparkling Sea, 3, 4, 5, and 8 are scratched. Justin Irvine drives the 6, Truly Old Times. Don't
There you have it. Race 2 in the books and is official. 2 pays $580 to win, $7 a place. Nice and long money, $360 to show. Nice mutuals, trifecta $27, Quinella $720. Exacta looks like it's $80. Wow, that's a big exacta if we're reading the tote board correct. So takes us to race number 3. Roger gave you those changes already. Myself and Frank will give you the field right after these important messages.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out, Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. Thestable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at thestable.ca.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Welcome back to the Mahoning County Fair in beautiful Canfield, Ohio. Don Tiger and Frank Froz bringing you grassroots harness racing. We've got 2 races in. We still got 7 to bring you. Takes us to race number 3. Programs can always be found at ohioharnessracing.com. We did have some technical difficulties earlier in the show, so you can check back. Not sure if they're up or not, but I know the people in Grove City are working on that. Regardless, we'll give you as much detail and information as we can. If you do got your programs out, we got a ton of changes in this race for you. We have no 3, no 4, no 5, and no 8 participating. They all have been scratched. Takes us down to a compact field of 4, going for $6,020. So all contestants, the second division of the 2-year-old filly Pacers, are going to walk out of here with a nice payday. We appreciate you joining us and riding along today. This is day 1 of our day 2 meet. We also will be back here on Monday. We've got a stellar card on Monday. If you're anywhere near the Canfield area, I strongly encourage you to come over to this fair. Ample parking. You have plenty of places to park. Tons of food vendors. A lot of good things going on. In the background, you can hear some music playing. We've got a live band in the grandstand. Every year these folks play for us, and really nice folk music. We've got 6 individuals in this band playing all kinds of different instruments, anything from fiddles to banjos, a little bit of everything, guitars. They do a great job. Very entertaining. Got a massive crowd out here today, too. I'd say we got a good 200-300 people down on the tarmac. We probably pick up another 40 to 60 people. A lot of railbirds here. Good place for racing, and we're glad to be bringing this to you. So, doing some work on Roger's mic, too. Hopefully that's a little bit better.
I think we got it. It's just, there's a lot of wires up there, and they were having some audio issues earlier today. We were going to tap into their system, but it wasn't working quite the way I felt. I felt sorry for their audio guy. He was running around here like a chicken without a head, and it was funny. He sits there, looks at me, and goes, "It worked perfect yesterday." And I just had to laugh, and I said, "I totally understand what you're saying."
It's only happened to you about 30 times.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think we're good to go.
Can continue to hear the music in the background. Like I said, they do a great job. It's one of the fairs we always get entertained with that.
Echo Valley is the band that's performing.
It's compact field of 4. We got co-favorites. Both the 1 and the 2 are even money on your tote board. 6 horse 10 to 1, 7 horse 5 to 1.
And I know we've got several scratches in this race. Do we have 4?
We've got 4 scratches. 3, 4, 5, 8 have all been withdrawn, which leaves us with the 1, 2, 6, 7.
3, 4, 5, and 8.
3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5, and 8. All right, thank you. I just
Yep.
updated our graphics there. I know all the Clegg horses today have been scratched. Rosie Weaver scratched all of her horses as well today. Racing in the Home Talent Colt Stakes division. We have 4 divisions in the Buckeye State. The Home Talent Colt Stakes, Southern Valley Colt Circuit, the Ohio Fair Racing Conference, and the Ohio Colt Racing Association. 4 circuits covering the entire state, 66 county and independent fairs all across the state. The OHHA brings you live coverage of Harness Racing of over 125 racing cards from across the state. And we're still going. We still got a lot of racing to go. Don't forget, we're underway today already, I believe, just kicking it off over at Wasion. So that started at 11:30. Those are your two today. Tomorrow, we will be at Richwood at 11 a.m., Marietta at 1 p.m. So those are our two cards tomorrow. Then on Labor Day, we got a triple header for you. We'll kick it off here at 11 a.m. post time. And then we will follow that up with 1 o'clock from Richwood and 1 o'clock from Marietta. So those are your Labor Day racing around the Buckeye State. Don't forget to stop by our broadcast location, pick up your passport if you don't have one. If you do have one, we'll stamp it for you and make sure that if you got 5 stamps, you're stopping by our tent during 5 days in Delaware. Another good crowd here on hand in Canfield. As you can see, a lot of people down there. They will be having the Wiener Dog races following the card tonight. We will not be carrying those. It's a card of 8 to start. They'll whittle it down to 2 semis and then to a final. So getting ready for the post parade. Let's go up to Roger.
On the track and parading the post for the third race, Home Talent Colt Stake, 2-year-old Philly Pace, second division, $6,020, blanket by Save a Lot. Number 1, Song Somewhere with Elliot Deaton. The 2, Long Live Cowgirls, Dylan Fagan. 3, 4, and 5 are scratched. The 6, Truly Old Times with Justin Irvine. The 7, Dancin' Susie with Chris Hirschberger. And number 8 is scratched. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. Don't be shut out. Wager now. You know I love.
Let's take a look at this field for you. It's talented and compact, but here's the horses. 1, Song Somewhere. Isaiah Strake trains for Phil Baldoff. Elliot Deaton drives. This horse is 5 for 9 lifetime in the winner's circle. 3 places, 1 show, so hasn't missed the board. 9 of 9, $23,225 in earnings. Has been very good, likes the front end. The pole position should be no problem. Currently your favorite at 3 to 5.
The number 2 is Long Live Cowgirls. Dylan Fagan drives for Brett Schwartz. Hired Gun Racing Stable and Racehorse Express, both of Washington Courthouse, are the owners of this Yankee Cruiser out of Big Bad Delight. 8 starts this year, 3 third-place finishes. 1 of those was last time out at Greenville.
6 horse, Truly Old Times. Christina Johnson trains and co-owns this horse with Ron King. Justin Irvine makes the driver. He will be taking over the lines today. This horse is 0 for 3, but just getting started in a brief career. Did make a break last time out, made a break 2 back. Prior to that, did stay flat in the initial bow at Athens. This one is currently 15 to 1 on the tote board.
The number 7 is Dancin' Susie. Chris Hirschberger drives and trains. This is a Dancin' Yankee owned by CNC Stables of Canton. Has hit the board in 7 of 8 this year with 1 victory. That coming at Hilliard. Has finished 3rd the last 3 races. Was a $7,000 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale.
And that's your field of 4. They'll be turning and going to the gate shortly. It looks like the truck's starting to move, so I imagine we'll be having a race here for you momentarily as we enjoy Echo Valley in the background. Do a great job singing, playing music for us, keeps everyone entertained. Amazing crowd out here today, even with some of the early sprinkles we had when we first got here. When I got here on the fairgrounds about 10 a.m., it was a good steady rain. Since then, the rain has stopped. The track has dried out. And we've got a fast surface playing. The car is moving, and it looks like we're going to be ready to bring you race 3 of 9 momentarily. We'll send it up to the Hall of Famer, Roger Houston, for the call of the 3rd.
George Berlin, go to the $50 window right away. George Berlin, $50 window right away. 2-year-old filly pacers are all in behind the gate. Here they come. They're off and pacing that song somewhere right out for the lead. Truly Old Times on the outside second, getting away third. As they race into the turn, Dancing Susie from the second tier is now second. Off stride, Truly Old Times moving up third. It's Long Live Cowgirls as they race to the backside and the first quarter mark. On top of the field, Elliott Deaton showing the way with Song Somewhere by 2 1/4. Dancing Susie is there second as they race by the opening panel. Long Live Cowgirls third, trailing the field, Truly Old Times. Opening quarter in 30 seconds flat. Around the turn, going to the 3/8 mark. Song Somewhere leads by a length and 3/4. Dancing Susie is there second. Long Live Cowgirls third. Treading the field, Truly Old Times, all in straight alignment as they race over to the halfway point. It's Song Somewhere by 2 1/2. Racing second, Dancing Susie. Long Live Cowgirls, and trailing the field, Truly Old Times, halfway home in 1:02 1. On to the backside and the 5/8 mark. It's Song Somewhere. Elliott Deaton got a big breather in that second panel. Racing second, that's Dancing Susie. Pacing third, Long Live Cowgirls. Here comes Justin Irvine. Truly Old Times. Fourth on the outside at the 3/4 mark. Into the final turn, Song Somewhere leads away by a length and 3/4. Dancing Susie second, 3/4, 1:33 2. The battle roll at the 7/8 mark. The leader, Song Somewhere, trying to close the gap. Dancing Susie tips to the outside. Through the stretch, it's Song Somewhere. No doubt about this one. Song Somewhere. Dancing Susie. Long Live Cowgirls. The mile. 2:02 2/5.
1:72 unofficial, 2:02 2. Song Somewhere sees the racetrack right out of the gate and never looked back. Very comfortable winner. Had a very popular 3-5 and will at least pay back $320 to the locals here in Canfield, Ohio that did back that one. Nice race. Song Somewhere now 6 of 10 in her brief career. This daughter, Bring on the Beach, looks like she is heading the right direction. Did race, ran second to Maddie's Delight. We all know Maddie's Delight. Maddie's Delight is the horse that is currently on a 10-race winning streak that will be racing in Marietta on Sunday. So keeping some good company, Song Somewhere, and starting to make a career a little bit on her own as she makes her way to the winner's circle.
For one, Song Somewhere. Philip Baldoff of North Royalton, Ohio. Isaiah Strake, the winning trainer. Elliott Deaton in the sulky. 2-year-old filly by Bring on the Beach out of Surf Song. Home a winner in 2:02 2/5. Blanket presented by Save a Lot to Song of Somewhere, Isaiah Strake, and Elliott Deaton. 1-3, scratch.
Race 3 in the books. There you have it. 172 official takes us into our 4th race of the day. We've got a couple program changes here for you. We're on the mark. Make the driver Keith Cash Jr. Keith Cash Jr. will drive the 3. We're on the mark. 4-horse Secret Captain has been withdrawn.
Somewhere the winner. The 2, Long Live Cowgirls. 3, 4, and 5 were scratched. The 6, Truly Old Times. 4, the 7, Dancin' Susie. 2, the 8 was scratched. Top down, 1, 3, scratch, scratch, scratch. 4, 2, bottom horse was scratched. The quarter, 30 seconds. The half, 102, 1. 3/4, 133, 2. The mile, 202, 2/5. In the 4th race, coming up, number 2, TSM Western Soul, Corey Kreiser. Number 3, We're on the Mark, Keith Cash Jr. Scratch the 4, Secret Captain. The 6, 4 More Years, Justin Irvine. And the 8, Century Hefner, Luke Ebersole.
So there's your changes for race number 4. As Roger gave them to you, Echo Valley is going to start playing in the background. And we're going to step away for some brief messages. We'll bring you more information on race number 4 after this.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Money, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 13th.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
Welcome back to the Mahoning County Fair in Canfield, Ohio. I'm Don Tiger with Frank Froz on behalf of the OHHA. We're bringing you live harness racing from Canfield, Ohio today. In the background, that's our local band, Echo Valley, playing music for us, entertaining us. Got plenty of fans in the stands, and we've got plenty of cool racing to bring to you. Race number 4, we've got multiple changes in here. TSM Western Soul, Corey Kreiser. We're on the Mark, Keith Cash Jr. The 6-horse, 4 More Years, Justin Irvine. The 8-horse, Century Hefner, Luke Ebersole. Take the 4 out of your program. Leaves us 7 horses still competing here. We've got, we score 6 across here, so the 7 and 8 both will be trailers.
Do we have drivers for the 2 or the 8 yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Corey Kreiser on the 2 and Luke Ebersole on the 8.
Okay.
So we've got a bunch, 4 driver changes in here, 1 scratch. Don't have updated odds for you yet, but we will momentarily. Sun is out here in Canfield. We had some morning rain just to keep us cool, and since then the humidity and the temperatures have picked up a little bit, but still beautiful day of racing here. Feel free to come by and join us. We'd love to see you. We're stamping passports. If you have your passports, come up to our broadcast booth and we will give you a stamp for your passport. We already have had a couple patrons come by and get their horseshoe stamps. We do got current tote board action now. Looks like our current favorite is the 5-horse School Ridge Sun Rick at 3-2. Second choice in the wagering right now would be co-favorites, the 6, the 8, and the 1. So I'm sure that money's going to spread around as this is a wide open affair. It looks to be a very good race, good wagering race, and should be an exciting race. This is what they call the free-for-all pace, the single G. So usually we have these races as our getaway feature. Today they smash it in the middle of the card because they know I might not be here for the getaway feature. So
Why, where are you going?
I got to catch a flight today.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Where do you have to?
Leave here. I'm heading to Myrtle Beach.
Nice.
I got a room on tonight, Sunday, and Monday. So that's how dedicated I am. I come to work and I go right to the airport from work.
Well,
so.
good for you. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it should be a good time. Should be a good weekend. 3-horse, a little nostalgia on this here's Weir on the Mark. Owned, trained, and bred by Howard Weir. Doc Weir, as we know him. He used to be the veterinarian at Mountaineer Park, known as Waterford Park. So he got his start in thoroughbred racing. He's dabbled in harness racing for years, but this horse is one he bred, and he is a local Canfield, Ohio resident.
In Mountaineer Park, that is a flashback for me. When I owned thoroughbreds back, 27, 28 years ago, that's where we raced a lot of the times when Beulah was closed. It was the trip over to Mountaineer. And I'll tell you, that was a long drive from Columbus.
Very long
especially
drive.
when you had a 6 furlong horse going in 110. You know, you're driving 3 hours to watch a minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And the worst feeling in the world, you drive over, your horse gets claimed and doesn't even get a check. That's the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah. And there's no easy way in or out.
No.
It's I think it's Route 2 or Route 9 or 7 or something.
You go to the river, you go north,
up.
and then over.
Yep, that's it. It's so, it's very, it's not, no 4-lane highways in there.
Exactly.
It's nestled in there.
Getting ready for our 4th here. 9 on the card today. Glad to have everybody along joining us. This is one of 2 racing cards going on right now, both morning cards. So those of you that are Ohio State football fans will be able to catch all the action this afternoon, 3:30 kickoff, as they take on Akron from the Shoe. We had a nice night last night down at Scioto Downs. The OHHA did its tickets and our TV and tickets giveaway. Gave away 5 large screen 55-inch televisions along with a pair of tickets to a college football game. So it was a good day. Let's go up to Roger.
The post for the 4th race, a free-for-all pace, the Single G, sponsored by Hollywood Gaming in memory of Marge and Ed Stacy. Number 1, Sparrow Hanover, the driver Eric Miller. Number 2, TSM Western Soul with Corey Kreiser. Number 3, We're on the Mark with Keith Cash Jr. Number 4 is scratched. The 5, School Kids Son Rick with Charlie Myrick. The 6, 4 More Years, Justin Irvine. Number 7, Dirty Dreams with Mario Zito. And number 8, parading out of order, Century Hefner and Luke Eversole. Reminding drivers, parade in order. Parade in order, please.
There you go. I knew that was coming from Roger. You just knew it. They were getting a little sloppy early on, and Roger was going to make sure that we had things straightened out.
Let's take a look at these animals. Sparrow Hanover, the 1-horse, Corey Daramon trains, David Kapp owns, Eric Miller in the sulky. 3 for 18 this year, 9 for 33 lifetime, $87,000 earnings, and a nice mark of 150-3. This is a former $200,000 yearling purchase. Still hasn't made back that money, but is on the right track.
The number 2 is TSM Western Soul. Corey Kreiser drives for Robert Krenitsky Jr. This horse is owned and bred by Theodore Thompson. This is a 7-year-old mare by Western Ideal out of the McArdle mare TSM Soul sister. 18 starts this year, 1 win, 2 seconds, and a 3rd lifetime. 13 wins and 125 starts, earnings over $109,000.
3-horse, We're on the Mark, owned, trained, and bred by Dr. Howard Weir Jr. of Canfield, Ohio. Keith Cash Jr. has the lines today. 1 for 12 on the season, 3 for 41 lifetime. Does have a nice fast mark, 53-4 last season at Northfield. This horse has been mainly conditioning, racing and condition claimers, non-winner 4 up at Northfield, and has been pretty consistent. Hasn't drawn too well lately, so this inside post will help a lot.
Scratch the number 4, Secret Captain. The number 5 is School Kids Sonrick. Charlie Myrick drives and trains for Richard Lee Tracy. This is a 4-year-old gelding by School Kids out of W.F. Bella. 22 starts this year, a win, a 2nd, and a 3rd. Lifetime 3 victories in 65 starts. Last time out, finished 5th at Northfield.
6 horse, 4 more years. John Hostetler of Dover, Ohio, owns and trains this one. Justin Irvine picks up the drive today. 2 for 9 on the season, 5 of 9 on the board, 9,000 in earnings, 54 mark at Northfield. Does have the far outside post, but last time out, raced at Northfield, had the 6 holes, went to the lead, just got picked up the wire. Nice mile, 55-1. One of the horses to beat here and another overlay, 5-1.
The number 7 is Dirty Dreams. Mario Zito owns, drives, and trains this Mr. Apple's gelding out of the nobleman Sam mare Sarah's Little Sis. 25 starts this year, 4 wins, was a winner 3 back at Northfield and a non-winner of 1,500 in the last 4. Has a mark of 155 at Northfield.
The 8 horse Century Hefner, the second entrant of Robert Krenitsky Jr. in here. Julie Krenitsky owns. Luke Ebersol has the lines today. This horse was 10 for 27 last year. Only 1 for 14 this year, but does sport a lifetime mark of 52-1 at Rosecroft. So anything near that effort would be very capable of here. This horse does finish up very well. Does draw the second tier. Big juicy price at 25-1. Could easily see this one hitting the board.
So there's a look at your field for the 4th, the free-for-all pace, the Single G, who I believe was on the poker chip several years ago.
He was on the poker chip, and as Woody, I always love when I see Woody. Every time I get here, he tells me a new story, and I love to listen to his stories. But today was the story about how Single G, when they built the racetrack, they brought him in to have the track record, which he did have here. Starting gate is rolling. Mike Wokenberg's starting gate is rolling. All the horses are assembled on a backstretch. This should be a very good race. We're going to send it out to the voice, Roger Houston, for the call of the free-for-all pace, the Single G.
Pacers are all in behind the gate. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing. That's TSM Western Soul going for the lead. Sparrow Hanover on the inside. As they race into the turn, 3 wide on the outside. That's 4 more years going on now, second. As they race over to the first 8, racing to the backside, taking a seat, TSM Western Soul. Down the backside they go. The leader is Sparrow Hanover, hung on the outside. 4 more years is their second as they race by the opening quarter. Opening quarter in 27-4. As they race around the turn, Sparrow Hanover with the lead, racing second on the outside. 4 more years as they race into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. Taking a seat, 4 more years on the move on the outside. School Kid's son Rick, now 4th, now 3rd. Charlie Myrick pops the earplugs. Into the turn they go. Century Hefner racing 5th. 6th as they race around the turn. We're on the mark. Going to the 5/8 mark. Trailing the field, TSM Western Soul. Racing to the backside and the 3/4 station. Sparrow Hanover and Eric Miller continuing to show the way and starts to open up. On the inside, Dirty Dreams now second. Fading on the outside, School Kid's son Rick as they race around the turn. Moving on the outside, now 4th and closing in on the leaders at the 3/4 in 1:26-2. Into the stretch they come. Sparrow Hanover opens up with each and every stride. Now leads by at least 7-8 lengths. Home second, Dirty Dreams. It's all Sparrow Hanover. Dirty Dreams, Century Hefner. The mile, 1:55.
Well, if we had any questions about how the track was drying out and how it was doing, I think they're answered right there. 155, Sparrow Hanover right down the highway and didn't take any prisoners today. Eric Miller parked out the 6-horse, 4 more gears, took another challenge, and right up the backside, Eric Miller said go, and indeed Sparrow Hanover did go, drawing off to a convincing 7-8 length victory. Both the 7 and the 8 from the second tier used their pole positions to land on the board at 6-1 and 12-1 respectively. So the exotic mutuals might pay out good for the locals, but 6-5, very popular horse, Sparrow Hanover, and heading to the winner's circle.
School's kid, son Rick, with Charlie Myrick, made a go of it coming in front of the stands the first time and then pulled even with the leader, but that's when Eric Miller just asked Sparrow Hanover and looked like getting shot out of a cannon. And it will be a big crowd coming down into the winner's circle. It's leading the way, Corey DeErman, the trainer. There is your trainer, Corey DeErman.
Taking the overland route, walking to the winner's circle.
Now they've got him jogging. And here comes your winner back to the winner's circle, Sparrow Hanover.
Fourth race, free-for-all pace, the single G, sponsored by Hollywood Gaming in memory of Marge and Ed Stacy. Number 1, Sparrow Hanover. David Kapp of Youngstown, Ohio. Corey DeErman, the winning trainer. Eric Miller in the sulky. 4-year-old Gelding, but Captain Treacherous out of Stacia, Hanover. Home winner in 155. Sparrow Hanover. Corey DeErman, Eric Miller, 155. Blanket in memory of Marge and Ed Stacy, sponsored by Hollywood Gaming.
Now that's a crowd in the winner's circle right there.
Great picture, great crowd. Nice to see. Youngstown, Ohio, you could say that is a local fair too for Dave Kapp, the owner. So probably one of the closer venues to his home. So
get the official rundown shortly from Roger.
Number 1, Sparrow Hanover, 4. The winner, Sparrow Hanover. The 2, TSM Western Soul, 7. The 3, We're on the Mark, 6. 4 was scratched. The 5, School Kid's Son Rick, 4. The 6, 4 More Years, 5. The 7, Dirty Dreams, 2. The 8, Century Hefner, 3. Top down, 176, scratch 4, 5, 2, 3 on the bottom. The quarter, 27 and 4. The half, 56 and 4. The 3/4, 126, 2. The mile, 155.
There you go. There is the rundown. We've been told now that Harness Racing Ohio is back up, so you should be able to get your programs there. If you have not, hopefully it still is up. But 4 now races here in the books.
takes us into race number 5. Race number 5, we've got 2 changes to bring you right now. On Curious George, Luke Ebersol. Luke Ebersol will be driving Curious George. And the 6-horse Dixie Road has been withdrawn and will not be participating in race number 5. Myself and Frank will tell you a little bit more about race number 5 when we come back to you from the Mahoning Valley Fair right after these brief messages.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Volstead, Coach K. Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K. Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Welcome back to the Mahoning County Fair in Canfield, Ohio. If you hear some of that background noise, that is Echo Valley, our local band that's playing some music for us today. Each one of these fairs have a different flair. We've talked about that. Whether it's food, whether it's entertainment, whether it's good racing, that's the constant in all of our fairs. But it's nice to have some band action in the background. Massive crowd out here today. We've had some massive crowds over the years at Canfield, and they like to wager their dollars over here too. So we've come on down and join us, and we'll stop by the booth. We've got passports to hand out, horseshoes, all that good stuff.
Now, they do have the Wiener Dog races following our card today. They'll have 8 divisions, and they're going to come back with the 2 semifinals and the finals. Unfortunately, we will not be bringing that to you.
That sounds like an 11-race card,
right? It is
right?
an 11-race card on top of a 9-race card.
There you go.
And the thing is, though, I have not seen any of our 4-legged contestants yet.
Normally, they arrive early, and they're starting to make their way out to the tarmac. Maybe we'll see that in the next half hour or so. I'm not sure. Or maybe they're like good athletes warming up and behind the grandstands for the events. 2 changes in here again for your program. 1, Curious George, one of my favorite characters that my son loves. We'll have Luke Ebersol in the sulky today. And take out the 6-horse Dixie Road. Dixie Road will not be participating today. Quick look at the tote board. Our current wagering favorite is the 4-horse A Long Way. Brian J. Miller, 3-2, your current favorite.
Now, we talked about the Wiener Dogs today. On Monday, following the card, I think we have some mule racing going on.
On the track?
On the track. They
just a stretch?
Well, no. Last year they started them up in the turn, and they came down, and one of the mules decided to make a left turn and went up that driveway over there. I'll try to get a shot there, and.
So are these mule races on their backs?
Yes, on their backs.
Okay.
And right where those trash cans are, made a left turn there and tossed the rider and almost hit one of those concrete barriers. It was pretty close, but then the mule took off in the back and they had to chase it around a little bit. So they're always adding a little something here at the Canfield Fair. Something to crow about. That's their motto
Give us
here.
Something to crow about, yeah.
And it is just, I mean, if you have never been to this fairgrounds, it is huge.
Massive.
It really is.
Massive.
You know, they also have, and I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to, this building that they have over on the, let's see, there's Mike Wepkenberg. Right there, I believe that building right there that's in your shot right now is a Harness Hall of Fame, or a museum.
Museum, it is.
Museum. And I was in there last year, the year before, I stopped in there and took a look. But, you know, that's something that makes this fair special.
Very special.
They love their harness racing here.
And as Woody was telling me, they're always trying to add something to the museum from the current events, things that are happening, things that are going on. They do an amazing job over here. And what you see, folks, when you're looking at the pan views that Frank's showing you in the different, this is 1/5 or 1/7 of the actual fairgrounds. Completely behind us has to be 4 to 6 rows of concessions.
Oh, the food vendors are amazing here.
Yeah, and luckily I started learning to park in gate 20, I think that is over there, or 13, I'm not positive. But in the past, I've parked at Gate 8, and Gate 8 is a 25-minute walk from the gate to the grandstand. So that tells you what kind of vast, diverse area you have over here. And again, that's why I say if some people get phobias, they hate to go places because you can't park. No problem parking, no problem getting around here.
Woody told me to park in Gate 11. He says, come in Gate 11. So somehow I missed Gate 11. I came in Gate 9.
Okay.
So I pull in, and that's where all the sheriff's deputies were. So I told him, I said, hey, I'm with the OHHA. I got to get to the grandstand. Where's Gate 11? And the sheriff deputy came over. He said, well, what do you need? And I was explaining what we do and everything. He goes, follow me. And he was on a four-wheeler, and he took me all the way. We weaved through, came in that gate, weaved through barns and everything, and people were pointing at me. And he's like, nope, he's with me, and took me right here. And I got up onto the track. So let's go to Roger Houston.
Fifth race, a hometown Colt Stake 2-year-old filly trot. First division in memory of Tony Lynn, sponsored by Larry, Mark, and Dwayne Lynn. And these are the horses. Number 1, Curious Georgie. The driver, Luke Ebersole. Number 2 is Plucky Pammy T with Keith Cash Jr. Number 3, Frida. The driver, Eamon Hirschberger. Number 4, A Long Way with Eric Miller. Number 5, Super Alexandra with Darren Harvey. The 6 is scratched, and the 7 is Bobby T. Chris Hirschberger in the sulky. Horse will take one score and go to the gate. Luke Ebersole on the 1, Eric Miller on the 4, scratch the 6. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
Don, one thing I want to say when Roger speaks, they listen. That post parade was perfect.
And rightfully they should. He's a good patriarch of the sport and keeps everything going. So with that said, we'll give you a rundown on these fifth race trotters. One horse, Curious Georgie. Dan Walski co-owns and trains this horse. Co-owns it with At the Wire Farms and Joe Lucas. Dan Walski looking to go on a training double here today as he won an earlier race. Curious Georgie, 0 for 3 on the season, but does have a second-place finish. Went to the lead last time out and looked like he was in a good shape. Broke stride. Prior to that, did run a game second when he stayed flat. When he stays flat, he usually hits the board. He's a nice proposition at 3-1 with an inside post.
The number 2 is Plucky Pammy T. Keith Cash Jr. drives for Brett Schwartz. This is a long tom out of the Southwind Island Mare Meadowbrook Sheila. Brett Schwartz, W. Bean, and D. Fagan and Racehorse Express are the owners. Has hit the board in 6 of 10 with a couple of wins this year. That last win came at Washington Courthouse.
3-horse Frida. Eamon Hirschberger drives for trainer Levi Hirschberger. Downtown Stables owns this 2-year-old filly by Enterprise. 0 for 2 on the season. 3 charted lines, shows breaks in all 3. This one's just learning the game and is 18-1.
The number 4 is A Long Way. Brian Miller drives and trains for Robert Klein of Millersburg, Ohio. This filly is by Long Tom out of Victorious Broadway by Broadway Hall. 5 starts, a third-place finish. That third-place finish came back at Cortland.
5-horse Super Alexandra. Wes Hirschberger trains and co-owns this horse with Jones Racing Stable. Darren Harvey has the lines today. 0 for 7 on the season, but 4 third-place finishes, and those have all come consecutively in a row here.
Scratch the number 6, Dixie Road. The number 7 is Bobby T. Chris Hirschberger drives and trains this full count out of the SJ's Photo Mare Photo Magic. Bob Troyer and Deborah Cavemo are the owners. 9 starts, earnings of $3,854. So we are about set to send it up to Roger Houston.
Here they come. They're off and trotting. Curious Georgie goes right for the lead. Super Alexandra on the outside, a long way between horses as they race into the turn. Getting away fourth, that's Plucky Pammy T. Racing fifth, Rita, and trailing the field, Bobby T. It's the race around the turn, going to the backside, and the first quarter. Curious Georgie, Luke Ebersole leads away by 5 lengths. A long way is there's second, up the inside, now third, and closing in on the leaders, Plucky Pammy T. Opening quarter in 30 3/5. Into the turn, go on to the 3/8 mark. Racing fourth at Super Alexandra. Racing fifth, Bobby T. Off stride sixth is Frida at the 3/8. Into the lane first time. Curious Georgie leads by 3.5. Plucky Pammy T is there second. A long way third. Racing fourth, Super Alexandra at the halfway point. Reach the half in 1 minute, 3/5. Second quarter in 30 seconds flat. Into the turn they go. Bobby T racing fifth and trailing the field. Frida on to the backside they go. No competition as yet. Curious Georgie leads now by 5 lengths. Trying to close the gap and having a rough way doing it. Plucky Pammy T is there second. On the move on the outside, Super Alexandra now third, now second, and starting to make up ground on the leader, but not much left in the race. 1:31.1. Midway around the final turn, Curious Georgie has the lead. It's down to 4 lengths. Closing with every stride, Super Alexandra. Into the stretch they come. Curious Georgie has the lead, making up a lot of ground, but going to run out of racetrack. Super Alexandra second, home third, a long way. The mile. 2:03 3/5.
Trainer Danny Walski having a good day over here today. He started 2 horses so far, and he's making his way to the winner's circle for the second time here with Curious Georgie. Curious Georgie showed a lot of gate speed in the last effort from the 7-hole, went right to the lead, whacking out fractions 28-1, 59-2. Misbehaved that day, took the same route, went right to the lead here, but did not misbehave, stayed trotting in wire-to-wire fashion. Very easy winner in 2:03 3 to break his maiden and pick up a nice $3,200 in the process. 5-horse Super Alexandra, nice game, second place finish. It did have 4 straight third place finishes, bumped up a notch to second, and rounding out the field a long way, Brian Miller, your early wagering favorite, ended up going off at 23-1, but did save third place honors. But no doubt about the winner. Nice $6 mutual or $6 win ticket on Curious Georgie.
Waiting for your winner to come back around, and here he comes. Let's go back up to Roger for the
circle. Number 1, Curious Georgie. Over the Walski Stable, Transfer PA. At the Wire Farms, Las Vegas, Nevada, and Joe Lucas of Stowe, Ohio. Dan Walski getting his second of the day. Luke Ebersole in the sulky. 2-year-old filly by Uncle Peter at a Love Child. Home a winner in 2:03 3/5, a lifetime mark. Blanket in memory of Tony Lynn, sponsored by Larry, Mark, and Dwayne Lynn. Goes to Curious Georgie, Dan Walski, Luke Ebersole.
We're official, sir. Drop down. 1, 4, 6. 3, 2, scratch 5 on the bottom.
1, 4, 6, 3, 2, scratch 5. I get into the habit of always saying the unofficial winner at the winner.
Get the rundown here from Roger in just a second.
Sounds
He's waiting
good.
to get the final rundown.
Number 1, Curious Georgie, the winner. The 2, Plucky Pammy T. 4. The 3, Frida. 6. The 4, A Long Way. 3. The 5, Super Alexandra. 2. The 6 was scratched. The 7, Bobby T. 5. Top down, 1, 4, 6. 3, 2, scratch, 5 on the bottom. The quarter 30-3. The half 1 minute 3/5. 3/4 1:31.1. The mile 2:03 3/5. Justin Irvine on the 1. Scratch the 5, Risky Hill, and number 6, Country Behave.
And that takes race number 5 in the books. Official order finish 154. Nice 640, 480 win place ticket. And nice Quinella, $54. So the locals that are wagering caught some nice money there. Race number 6, Justin Irvine on the 1. Count on Kina. 5-horse Risky Hill and the 6-horse Country Behave have both been withdrawn from this contest. Myself and Frank are going to tell you more about the 6th race when we return to the Mahoning County Fair in Canfield, Ohio, after these brief messages.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding farm. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancing Yankee, a 2-time world champion, along with 2019 jug winner Southwind Ozzy, a son of Some Beach Somewhere. Cool Winds also stands the royally bred $2 million earning Western Fame. Be sure to inspect the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 13th.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Welcome back to the Mahoning County Fair in beautiful Canfield, Ohio. Nice day today. We've had an overcast day, but we had some early rain this morning. I was a little concerned about it because last night at Burton we got a torrential downstorm over there, but we were able to delay the card and bring you all those races. So this morning when I saw the light rain, I was a little worried about it. But as you'll see here briefly in your camera view, we do got the truck out on the track, dragging the track, and we've actually even got a little bit of dust coming up there. So what that basically means is our track is dried out very nice. It's fast, and we've had some zippy times over here. We had a 55-mile race in the single G pace, so we've got fast track conditions here, and so far we've seen some really good racing. All the fair tracks bring a different flair to them, but this one over here, which is really nice, is it gives you the feel of a fair with a pari-mutuel type of event because we've got nice bank turns here. They take very good care of this place, and it just gives me a warm and fuzzy feeling. And I've said it a couple times, if anything ever happened and they need to throw up a quick pari-mutuel track for to pick up where maybe a racetrack had to shut down for whatever reason, this would be a great venue. Plenty of parking and a great surface for, pretty much daily racing. But once a year we get to come out here for a 2-day meet, and this is day 1 of day 2. We won't be operational here at Canfield tomorrow, but we will be returning on Monday.
Some of us will be returning on Monday. Some of us are going to be on a beach.
Well, that's okay. I mean, it happens.
I don't want to say which one's going to be here and which one won't be here, but
we drew straws. I had the better straw. That's all how it works.
But if things go the way we expect them to go, we'll have rain on Monday here. Hopefully
True,
not.
But you do want to be here on Monday, too. There's a reason for you to be here.
Oh, yeah.
So
we'll be here.
That's very good. Poster Pets, Frank's Syndicate horse is racing and drew very well. And I'm not that good of a handicapper, but the little bit of knowledge I do know, he fits very nicely in that race. I know Frank's very excited. I tell everybody this that's either in or out of horse racing, like Ray France Chicken Man has bought his first horse, and he's in his mid-60s. I've been fortunate to own horses since I was in my 20s. Doesn't matter whether you're going for $5,000 or $500,000. It's still exciting.
It's exciting,
It doesn't matter. It's always fun to be able to participate. So good luck on Monday, Frank.
Thank
I know
you.
you're excited.
You know, I tell people
you.
nothing beats the sound of standing down on the apron and hearing your horse come around and coming down and thundering down the stretch. That's just one of those great things.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. I can't even explain it. If in fact, if you're listening and you're out there and you've been watching our broadcast and you want to get involved, you've picked the right time.
The funny thing is, this is coming from a guy who's standing next to me who last night saw his horse win the Ohio Sire Stakes Veterans Championship. Just another trophy to add to the Charlie May room in that home in Cannonsburg. Your wife's got to be thinking addition already onto that new house.
Easy. She'll make me get another house, and we don't want that to happen. I think we'll do something special, neat, too. I've thought about this. I have a lot of stuff. I think we're going to put something up there that, that we've won and maybe give it away as a prize or something for the listening audience. Maybe I know you guys are doing great things with the passports, but I think that's a great idea. Maybe we'll part with one or two of those trophies, I
don't know about that. Your son may not be happy as he gets older.
He's got enough of them. Yeah, he'll be all right. He likes the money that's come along with it. That's why he's going to Myrtle Beach this weekend. So he's not complaining. But an interesting stat here for you. This was texted to me last night. Charlie May is the first horse that's participated in 5 straight Sire Stakes. This is unofficial. 5 straight Sire Stakes finals, and has been first or second in all 5 of those.
For the veterans race?
No, from 2, 3, 4, 5. So, every year he's participated in the actual Sire Stakes for his division, and he's been first or second in 5 straight years.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's something, I can very easily check.
Yeah,
just
look it up.
Double check on that and see if we have that anywhere else. So,
yeah, that's just an honor to be able to be in that race 5 years in a row. So
track looks like it's drying out. They just brought the drag by again, and you can see in some of the spots now how the color has changed from the dark where it's a little bit wet still to the light where it's gotten drier.
Yeah, we had some dust. That's what she was starting to pull up a little bit. That's good because that means our base is drying out and we're pulling that up. So fast surface here today. Overcast but sunny in our world, and we got 4 more races to bring you. 5 in the books.
We got this race, 7 entered, 5 to go to the gate. 2 are scratched. The number 5, Risky Hill, and the number 6, Country Behave.
Current wagering favorite is the 2-horse Blueberry Pop-Tart at 2-5.
That would have been good for breakfast this morning, a blueberry Pop-Tart.
Yeah, I had a nice breakfast this morning. I don't know what they call that, the Farmer's Choice or something. Right by my hotel was a Bob Evans.
Oh, there you go, yep.
So I passed on the semi-palatable hotel food and went right to, since I won a couple bucks last night, I figured I might as well get Bob Evans.
I went for the hotel breakfast and early this morning so I could get here and make sure we had everything up and ready to roll. And we are set, waiting on the post parade for this. For the 6th, we have Echo Valley performing, entertaining the crowd here today. They get a nice round of applause. They have a mandolin, a violin, a banjo, a guitar, another banjo, and a bass.
Special shout out to Kim today. Kim works in our office and does all the special things behind the scenes for the OHHA. Most of the listeners don't know who she is, but she takes care of our programs. She takes care of me and Frank, and most importantly, everybody else on the staff. So we greatly appreciate everything she does.
Our interim director of internal operations.
Woo! That's a good title.
That is a nice title, isn't
it? I've never been in charge of anything, so.
Oh. Now, Kim keeps the boat going straight in the office, so that's we're glad to have her on board. And this is her hometown fair, Canfield, Ohio.
Yes, it is. She now resides in Columbus, but her roots are right over here in this county in Boardman, Ohio, right around here. So she's happy to be home for a few days to see everybody.
Looks like we're getting Justin Irvine turning the number 1 here. Count on Kenna. And we should be ready for the post parade. Let's go to Roger.
Parading the post, 6th race, Home Talent Colt Stakes, 2-year-old filly trot, Second division, sponsored by AmVets Post number 45. Purse of $6,540. Number 1, Count on Kenna, the driver, Justin Irvine. Number 2, Blueberry Pop-Tart with Darren Harvey. Number 3, From Beyond, the driver, Lanny Merriman. Number 4, Green Hills Spurs with Mike Spearman. 5 and 6 are scratched, and the 7, Miss Snickers, Keith Cash Jr. in the sulky. Horse will take one score and go to the gate. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
And here's your race 6 participants. We've got two-year-old filly trotters. This is second division going for $6,500. The one horse, Count on Kenna, make the driver Justin Irvine. Justin Irvine will be driving this Steve Cross trainee and Oni. 0 for 7 on the season, does have a second and third. Last time out from the rail, broke stride. In the post parade, a little bit headstrong. Justin Irvine had a really snug hold of this one. This horse broke from the rail, 6 back as well. Stayed flat and 2 other times the rail. I'm not sure the rail's the best draw for this one. Little tricky. We'll see how it works out. Is getting wagering support, though, at 3-1.
The number 2 is Blueberry Pop-Tart. Darren Harvey drives for Wes Hirschberger. This is a What the Hill out of the Andover Hall mare Top-Tart. Wayne Mast, Eden Acres Farmstead, and S. Miller are the owners. Is at the board in 4 of 7 this year. 2 wins, earnings over $11,000. Was a winner 4 back at Lisbon.
Three horse From Beyond. Lanny Merriman trains and drives. Got a nice applause from the crowd, too. Looks like he has some porters down here for you. Ira Steinberg owns this horse. 0 for 6 on the season. $741. Shows an X on every single charted line. Lanny Merriman's going to have to try to figure this one out.
The number 4 is Green Hill Spurs. Mike Spearman owns, trains, and reigns this OU man filly out of Image of Spurs. 12 starts this year, has won 3, has a second and 4 thirds. Last time it found the winner's circle was at Mansfield on August 4th when it trotted in 2:11.
7 horse Miss Snickers. Isaiah Strake trains for Cookie Ladies of Navarre, Ohio. Keith Cash Jr. in the sulky today. Miss Snickers, 2 for 8 on the season. Does have 1 second and 2 third place finishes. 5 of 8, $10,000. One of the main contenders in here does trail from the second tier. Shows getting off the gate pretty well. She minds her manners. She does have a few X's. She's going to be right in the thick of things.
So that is the field. Now, I'm a little, wondering what's going on here. At Canton, the Cookie Ladies brought up a bunch of cookies to Susan and everybody, but, I must not rank
where's our cookies?
Exactly. We don't get any cookies from the Cookie Ladies.
Well, the truth be said, we also like steak sandwiches and other things, too. Just letting anyone know. I want to make sure we get the right stuff.
So as we get set to go here in the 6th, the field forming up behind the Mike Wepkenberg starting gate. As we get set, 9 races today. Glad to have everybody along on a great day from the Canfield Fair. There is something to crow about here. Let's send it up to Roger for the call.
Trotters are all in behind the Mike Wopkenberg starting gate on the upper turn. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and trotting. That's Green Hill Spurs going for the lead, 3 wide into the turn. Blueberry Pop-Tart is in between horses. At the pylons, Count on Kenna. Around the turn they go. 4th on the outside, Miss Snickers, and trailing the field, From Beyond. Racing to the backside and the first quarter mark. That's Keith Cash Jr., Miss Snickers, up on the outside to grab the racetrack. Green Hill Spurs is there second. Blueberry Pop-Tart third. Count on Kenna fourth. Trailing the field, From Beyond. Opening quarter in 31 seconds. Midway around the turn, going to the 3/8 mark. Miss Snickers and Keith Cash Jr. by 2 lengths. Green Hill Spurs, Mike Spearman right there second. Darren Harvey with Blueberry Pop-Tart racing third. Tips to the outside. Racing fourth, Count on Kenna, Justin Irvine trailing the field from beyond with Lanny Merriman. They're halfway home. Into the turn, going to the 5/8. Halfway there in 102 and 1. On to the backside they go. The leader, Miss Snickers, leads by a length and a quarter. Up on the outside with every stride, Blueberry Pop-Tart now second and challenging. Green Hill Spurs trots third. Fourth, yapping out is Count on Kenna, treading the field from beyond. Trotters at the 3/4 mark. The battle's on. Blueberry Pop-Tart on the outside. Looked him in the eye and went right by. Miss Snickers trying to fight back second. 3/4, 133 and 1. Here comes Mike Spearman. Green Hill Spurs on the move on the outside, 3 wide. Into the stretch they come. Blueberry Pop-Tart, Miss Snickers, Green Hill Spurs on the outside. Coming to the wire, it's Blueberry Pop-Tart. Green Hill Spurs, Miss Snickers. The mile, 2:04, 4/5.
Race 6, 2:04 and 4. Race 6, 2:04 and 4. 2:47 unofficial. Nice race out of Blueberry Pop-Tart. I'll be honest, in the early wagering, this horse was 1-9 at one point in time. Went off 2-5, so they bet this horse very aggressively. And first up grind, Darren Harvey just sat out there, and in the lane drew off. Nice race by Green Hill Spurs. Mike Spearman left the gate strong, sat second, popped out at the 3/4 pole, made a nice rush for second place. And Miss Snickers did hold on for third. 2:47. No doubt about the winner, though. Blueberry Pop-Tart did drift up to 2-5. Still a very low mutual, only paying $280, but the locals knew what they were doing on that one.
And here comes the winners back to the winner's circle. Wes Hirschberger, the trainer. Wayne Mast picks up the win. Wayne Mast Jr. picks up the win along with Eden Acres Farmstead and S. Miller, the owners of this 2-year-old filly trotter. And here it comes.
For the stance and go into the winner's circle. The 2, Blueberry Pop-Tart. William Mast Jr. of Dundee, Ohio. Eden Acres Farmstead, Millersburg, Ohio. And S.A. Miller of Millersburg. Wes Hirschberger, the winning trainer. Darren Harvey in the sulky. 2-year-old filly by What the Hill at a top tart. Taking a lifetime mark, 2:04, 4/5. AmVets Post 45 presents the blanket to Blueberry Pop-Tart, Wes Hirschberger, and Darren Harvey. Results are official. Number 1, Count on Kenna for the 2, Blueberry Pop-Tart, the winner. The 3, From Beyond, 5. The 4, Green Hill Spurs, 2. 5 and 6 are scratched. The 7, Miss Snickers, 3. Top down, 4, 1, 5, 2. Scratch, scratch, 3 on the bottom. The quarter, 31. The half, 102, 1. 3/4, 133, 1. The mile, 2:04, 4/5. 7th race coming up. Scratch the 2, Sister Wives. The 4, Fool Me Moxie, make the driver Keith Cash Jr. And scratch numbers 5 and 6, Island Business and Itty Bitty Blue. Scratches in this race, 2, 5, and 6, a field of 3. Go on to the post. Don't be shut out.
There you have it, race 6 in the books, 247. That takes us to race number 7. We originally had 6 horses programmed. We only have 3 remaining. Take out the 2, 5, and 6. That leaves us with the 1, 3, and 4 in a nice compact field of 3. And we'll tell you a little bit more about that race after these important messages.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Money, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 13th.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC oil. It makes a world of difference.
Mark your calendar for the new and exciting North American Standard Bred Mix Sale, Tuesday, December 17th at the Mount Hope Event Center in Mount Hope, Ohio. Broodmares, broodmare prospects, racehorses, and stallion shares. Pedigrees announced by Ed Teefee and Gabe Pruitt. Online bidding, clean, heated facility. The North American Standard Bred Mix Sale, a live auction to see quality horses with industry-leading pedigrees. Tuesday, December 17th in Mount Hope, Ohio. Entries open September 5th.
Welcome back to the Mahoning County Fair in Canfield, Ohio. Day 1 of 2 days of racing. We started it today. We will have more racing for you on Monday. And that'll be an 11 o'clock post time. 12 races on the schedule, including the Canfield Trotting and the Canfield Pacing Derby on Monday. So looking forward to a great Labor Day here at the Canfield Fair. Something to crow about. If you've never been to this fairgrounds, you need to experience it. You definitely have to get here and just walk the grounds. I mean, you'll get your exercise. There's no doubt about that. The Canfield Fair.
You will get your exercise for sure. I am living proof of that for me parking at the wrong gate once or twice to get in through here. But you'll see vendors, you'll see everything well supported here, political campaigns, food vendors, craft makers. I mean, everything you want. As Frank alluded to earlier, we do have a harness racing museum here at Canfield. I've been in it twice. There's a lot of neat stuff in there. It's over on pretty much the first turn over there in the corner.
You know, this is the 178th Canfield Fair. 6 days, the Valley's homecoming, they call it. Some of the things they've got going on between now and the end of the fair. Just to give you an idea, tomorrow they will have, on Sunday, they've got the Rooster Run, the 5K. They'll have that going on. They'll have the Amateurs Fiddlers Contest. Don, if you were here tomorrow, you have the Dress as a Cow contest. So, I mean, you could have been in that, but you won't be here for that one. They also have the Junior Fair Cooking Challenge, among a number of different horse shows and dog shows they will have. And then on Monday, the final day, we will have the harness racing here at 11 a.m. They'll kick it off with the Rooster Crowing Contest. You'll have that, and we'll have some mule racing here in the grandstand. So a lot going on here at the 178th Canfield Fair, the Valley's homecoming. Something to crow about here at the Canfield Fair as we get set for our race number 7. The horses coming out onto the track, down to a 3-horse field. Let's go to Roger.
7th race, a Home Talent Colt Stake 3-year-old filly trot, Division 2. Trophy by Heritage Cooperative, a purse of $5,830. Number 1, Alice Dream Girl with Emmon Hirschberger. The 2 is scratched. The 3, One Fancy Lady, Corey Kreiser. Number 4, Fool Me Moxie. The driver, Keith Cash Jr. 5 and 6 are scratched. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
Short field for this race.
Very short field, but we'll tell you what we know about them. The 1 horse, Ella's Dream Girl, Levi Hirschberger owns and trains Amon Hirschberger in the Sulky today. 6 of 13 on the season, having a good year. 57.4 mark at Northfield, made just shy of $30,000 this year, made $30,000 last year, $60,000. Source does come off a win last time out, and Canton is your prohibitive favorite at 3-5.
Scratch the 2. The number 3 is One Fancy Lady. Corey Kreiser drives and trains for Robert Beachy. This is a long-time filly out of the Master Levesque mare, Queen of Levesque. 12 starts this year, has hit the board 8 times with 3 seconds, 5 thirds, earnings of over $45,000 last time out. Finished second at Hicksville, was a purchase at the Ohio Select Sale, $17,000.
4-horse Fool Me Moxie. Isaiah Shrake trains and co-owns with Terry Shrake. Make the driver Keith Cash Jr. Keith Cash will be having the lines today. 0 for 10 this year. This horse was 5 for 14 last year. 10 of 14 first or second. Still trying to find last year's form. What better way to do it than a nice, short, compact field.
So 3 of them will go to the gate here for the 7th. We've got a field of 9 today. Echo Valley performing for everybody here in the grandstand. Not sure if they'll be back on Monday. We'll have to find out. But they do a nice job between the races. It was funny, Roger was coordinating with the lead singer about how he does his post parades and that, and he'll introduce them, let them do the post parade, then they'll sing. So, doing a fine job entertaining. Usually they're down in front of us, but because of the rain, they moved them up underneath the grandstand today.
Beautiful day out here. We've had a big crowd, too. We got a lot of people down at the tarmac. A lot of railbirds here today, pretty much filled up the whole way through. We've got, I don't know, a good, I'd say 50 to 60 people along the rail.
Oh, probably more than that.
Yeah. Very nice crowd. Grandstand nice and filled. It's been a great day over here today so far. Good racing, and things have worked out. Rocky Top, how about that? Roger's now got requests from Echo Valley. So the Wolkenberg starting gate's rolling, and we're going to turn it back over to the voice, Roger Houston.
Trotters are all in behind the Wolfenberg gate on the upper turn. Gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and trotting, going for the lead. Ellis Dream Girl on the inside. Up on the outside, Fool Me Moxie is second. Getting away third, One Fancy Lady as they race around the turn. Go on to the first quarter mark. Ellie's Dream Girl has the lead by 3 1/4. Racing second, Fool Me Moxie, and treading the field, One Fancy Lady. All in straight alignment as they race over to the first quarter mark. Ellie's Dream Girl and Ammon Hirschberger take them over to the quarter in the speedy 29-3. Into the turn they go. Fool Me Moxie is there second. One Fancy Lady trails the field as they race by the 3/8 mark. Into the lane first time. Ellie's Dream Girl and Ammon Hirschberger with the lead. Keith Cash Jr. and Fool Me Moxie is second. Racing third, One Fancy Lady. Corey Kreiser's on the move from third, going after the leader as they race over to the halfway point. 1 minute, 3/5. On to the backside they go. Ellie's Dream Girl has the lead by 2 1/2. Racing second is Fool Me Moxie. Trailing the field, One Fancy Lady. Down the backside, go on to the 3/4 mark. Ellie's Dream Girl and Ammon Hirschberger lead now by 4. Racing second, Fool Me Moxie, the trader, One Fancy Lady by the 3/4 and heading to the 7/8. 3/4 in 1:30 2/5. Midway around the final turn. Ellie's Dream Girl opens up by 6. Fool Me Moxie is second. Third, One Fancy Lady. No change in that order as they come to the wire. Only question is how fast will they go? Ellie's Dream Girl, Ammon Hirschberger. Fool Me Moxie, 1 Fancy Lady.
143.
Now does the winner now get fourth place money? Is that how that
No, it gets 60%.
Get the final time here from Roger.
143.
The mile, 2 minutes flat.
2 minutes flat. That's a pretty snappy mile for a horse that basically just was out there for a paid workout. 1 to 9, Eli's Dream Girl. Deservedly so, 1 to 9 in there. A good spot. This horse had gate speed, left the rail. Keith Cash did take a shot from the outside and tucked in behind. And after that, pretty much had a 2 to 4 length lead the whole way around the stretch. And when they came to the wire, this one was still coming home chugging good. Came a last panel, 29 and change for a 2 minute flat mile, which is a nice, very nice effort for this 3-year-old filly. 1-4-3 unofficial.
Wait for our winner to make its way back to the winner's circle. Ellie's Dream Girl. Is it Ellie's or Eli's Dream Girl?
I'd say Eli's.
Eli's Dream Girl.
That's what I thought, but
we'll go with Eli's Dream Girl. That would be my daughter. Her boyfriend's name is Eli.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go. That's what we'll go with. Now, if she was here, I'd tell her she was my nightmare, but no. No, she was not.
3 and 3.
Get ready for Roger here to give us our rundown.
Winner's circle, the Britain Motors winner's circle. Number 1, Ellie's Dream Girl, owned and trained by Levi Hirschberger of North Lawrence, Ohio. Ammon Hirschberger in the sulky. 3-year-old filly by Global Republic S, settled by Like Jesse. Home winner in 2 minutes flat. And for Ellie's Dream Girl, the 7th win and 14 this season, and 2 in a row in Ohio.
We good, Mikey?
Blanket presented by Heritage Cooperative. Results are official. The 1, Ellie's Dream Girl, the winner. 2 was scratched. The 3, 1 Fancy Lady, 3. The 4, Fool Me Moxie, 2. 5 and 6 were scratched. Top down, 1 scratch, 3, 2, scratch, scratch. The quarter, 29 and 3. The half, 1 minute, 3. 3/4, 1:30 and 2. The mile, 2 minutes flat. And up.
Seventh race in the books. It's official. 1-4-3 takes us to race number 8. And guess what? We have no program changes.
That's what we were waiting for Roger, and they didn't have any for us.
He doesn't have any for us. We're going to go as programmed. 5 horses going to the gate here. It's the first of 2 divisions for the 3-year-old filly pace. We'll tell you all about it after these important messages.
The Mahoning County Fair, better known as the Canfield Fair, is not only the largest in the state of Ohio, but the 3rd largest fair in the entire nation. What once began in the local courthouse now spans over 350 acres, with more than 60 permanent buildings and a grandstand that holds 6,200 spectators. The Canfield Fair was established in 1846, with the first racetrack laid in 1883. Many horses have seen the track, but the greatest has undoubtedly been Single G. The Immortal Harness Hall of Fame inductee was the horse that time forgot, winning 262 starts and clocking miles in 1:58 and 2 in the 1920s. Single G was invited to the 1926 Mahoning County Fair to pace his final mile before retirement. The crowd filling the grandstand stood and cheered on Single G the entire race. The Canfield Fair now hosts an FFA pace called the Single G in honor of the great horse's last win. Today, the Mahoning County Fair is a member of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. They host 3 afternoons of live action racing.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Welcome back to the Mahoning County Fair in Canfield, Ohio. Don Tiger and Frank Froz on behalf of the OHHA bringing you grassroots harness racing today. We've got 7 in the books. We still got 2 more to bring you. Takes us to race 8, which is the first of 2 divisions for the 3-year-old filly pacers. We thought we had no program changes in this race, but we have an updated program change on the 5-horse Song of the Queen. Make the driver Eric Miller. Eric Miller will now be driving Song of the Queen.
We thought we were getting away. We thought we were getting away with a clean race, but nope. And we should have known that because Mark St. Louis Jr. is not here, and he was programmed on the number 5 Song of the Queen. Brightening up. The skies are brightening up a lot. You can see it out there. Still some gray clouds, but it looks like it's just overcast now. I don't think there's any more rain in the forecast. A little muggy out here, a little humid, but not too bad of a day. The rains came through here, and it looks like we're starting to get some of our contestants, and they are not real happy down there. They're barking at each other. They are getting ready to go here.
No, that's good competitors, just like in a football game. You have a little bit of smack talk when in the runways when you're coming out on the field. So
might have to separate them.
They've got 8 preliminary, 2 semifinals, and 1 final. So.
I mean, and Don, think about this. If it is full fields, we're going to have 80 dogs here to start this thing. These things are getting so big, people are training them.
We even have mascots here. Look at this. We've got people dressed up as wieners. Now that's dedication. When you start to get where we've got fans and folks dressing up like hot dogs and stuff, rooting for their favorite dog. Really neat to see. I wish we could get a little bit better picture of them. They're now under the grandstands, but we've got everything here. We've got mascots, we've got contestants. So we're still going to bring you 2 more grassroots harness racing. But if you're in the local Canfield or Mahoning Valley area, get on down here. You're going to see 11 dog card.
I don't know if you made it into the speed office this morning. You should next year. They got donuts and coffee. It's always bad for. But there's a trophy. It's probably at least 3-4 feet tall for the winner of the wiener dog races. They're taking home a nice hardware. Yep.
So basically, you're saying 4 times the size of the dog.
Exactly.
That will win it.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, if you stack them that way, at least 6. But if you put them, tail to nose, maybe 3.
So if they had a St. Bernard race, we would have like. Would they do the inverse, and you might have like a ruler trophy, like something real small?
I don't know, but this trophy is huge for the Wiener Dog Championships.
We've got another contestant out there muddling around, sniffing. They're getting ready. They're marking their territory here, ready to get it on at the Canfield Fair.
Looks like a number of them are gathering up down at the far side. As they're gathering up, here come our horses for our post parade of the 8th. Let's send it up to Roger.
Horses are on the track and the post for the 8th race. A Home Talent Colt Stake 3-year-old filly pace. $5,090 in memory of the Brown family, Harold, Jim, Jean, and Harriet. And these are the horses. Number 1, Fancy Dragon. The driver, Rocky Ward. Number 2, Blazing Dragon with Logan Eversole. Number 3, Fear the X, Keith Cash Jr. And number 4, Cruiser Canceled with Elliot Deaton. And number 5, Song of the Queen, Eric Miller in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
So there's your post parade, and here's a deeper look at this field. The 1 horse, Fancy Dragon, Rocky Ward, Own Trains and Drive, Rocky Ward from Aiken, South Carolina. This horse is 3 for 17 on the season, 6 for 30 in her brief career, $27,000. A mark earlier this year, 58 at Northfield Park. Got to spend some time to talk to Rocky about this horse. This would be my value play of the day. I think this horse has a really big chance at 8-1 on a tote board.
The second of the three Fear the Dragons in this race is Blazing Dragon. Logan Ebersole drives. He also trains for John Semmelhack of Litchfield, Ohio. This Fear the Dragon is out of the mare Blazing Britches by Rock and Roll Heaven. 7 starts this year, has hit the board 4 times. They win in 3/3. Did not race as a 2-year-old, coming off a win at Northfield Park in 157-3.
2-horse Fear the X. Brett Shorts trains and co-owns with Brian Lyric. Keith Gash Jr. has the lines today. 0 for 11 on the season, but out of the well-bred damn Big Bad Beretta, who's thrown some nice horses. This daughter of Fear the Dragon is 2 for 25 lifetime with a mark of 2 minutes and 4/5 last year at Piketon. Did show a nice effort out of the 9-hole at Lexington, 2 back, sees the racetrack, individually timed 55-2. Always finishes up the miles. Another horse not to sell too short here at 7-1.
The number 4 is Cruiser Canceled. Elliott Deaton drives for Ryan Deaton. Colder Than Ice Racing, Dustin Ford Racing, and Randy Young of MacArthur, Ohio are the owners of this Yankee Cruiser out of the Pan Pacific Flight mare. Don's hoping this doesn't happen. Flight canceled. 23 starts, 4 wins, 3 seconds, and 2/3. A winner, 3 back at Jefferson.
Amen to that. That's a 12-hour drive. The 5-horse Song of the Queen. We do have a driver change here. Eric Miller will now be handling the lines on Song of the Queen. 1 for 14 this year, 3 for 27 lifetime. Isaiah Strake trains this horse for Phil Baudoff. A mark of 59-3 earlier this year at Northfield Park. Draws the far outside, one of the rank outsiders here at 11-1.
Fear the X was in last year's Ohio Fair Consolations. Finished 6th in that race last year. Had a good year last year, hit the board in 6 of 14, a couple of wins, earning over $10,000. So the starting gate has started to move. The horses, some of them, the number 3, Fear the X, and the number 5, Song of the Queen, and the number 4, Cruiser Canceled, all the way around to the front straightaway. They will now turn, and the 5 will head to the backstretch where they will form up behind the Mike Wepkenberg starting gate that is getting into position for this, our 8th race from Canfield today.
Last look at the tote board, 3-horse at 5-2, the 4-horse at 4-5.
Echo Valley performing today for the crowd. Wiener Dogs are making their way in and heading to the registration where they will sign up for their races. Valley. Full day for Echo Valley. Let's send it up to Roger.
They're all in behind the gate. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing. Cruiser Canceled goes for the lead. Fear the X in between. Down along the pylons, Fancy Dragon as they race into the turn. Racing fourth, Blazing Dragon, and trailing the field, Song of the Queen. To the backside and the first quarter. Fear the X shows the way. Up on the outside, Elliott Deaton and Cruiser Canceled now to take the lead. Rocky Ward, Fancy Dragon is there third. Blazing Dragon fourth. Trailing the field as they race into the turn, Song of the Queen. Opening quarter in 30 1/5. Cruiser canceled by 2.5. Fear the X right there second. Fancy Dragon third. Blazing Dragon fourth. And trailing is Song of the Queen. Eric Miller can see 'em all. Out moving on the outside. Fear the X and Keith Cash Jr. first up. Rocky Ward moves Fancy Dragon 3 wide at the half in 1 minute flat. 29-4. Second panel. On to the backside they go. It's Cruiser canceled with the lead. Fear the X is there second. Third is Blazing Dragon. Fancy Dragon on the outside fourth and trailing the field. Song of the Queen. 3 in, 2 out. Halfway home in 1 minute. On to the 3/4 mark. The leader remains Cruiser canceled. On the outside, Fear the X is there second. 3/4 in 1:30. Midway around the final turn. That's Blazing Dragon racing third. Up the inside, Song of the Queen fourth and Fancy Dragon fifth. Coming home, Cruiser canceled and Elliott Deaton the one to beat. Looking for daylight, Blazing Dragon coming to the wire. It's all Cruiser canceled. Blazing Dragon. The mile, 2 minutes, 3/5.
2 minutes, 3/5. Cruiser canceled was the last one to the front at the quarter pole and the first one to the winner's circle. 4-2-5 unofficial. Source has a lot of back class, made $25,000 so far this year, $40,000 this year. Ryan and Elliott have been doing a great job with this horse. Scores a convincing victory here today. Blazing Dragon was locked in for most of the race. Didn't get out till late. Did pop up for a professional second place finish. And the 5-horse Song of the Queen did hold on for third.
I'm not sure if you heard that, Don. We have an inquiry against our unofficial winner.
Okay.
So we will wait to see what they have to say about that.
Yep. With that said, I'm going to let you take us home for today, and I'm going to move on out of here.
All right, my man. Hey, have a nice flight.
Sounds good.
Good to have you here today. Enjoy
always great to be here.
Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy being down there with your family, and enjoy last night's victory.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy last night's victory. And the nice part about the next couple days, I get to watch Marietta, and I get to be a fan like Dave Myrick and a lot of our loyal listeners.
There you go.
I get to watch on Monday over here, and so you guys have a great card, and we'll be seeing you at a fair real soon.
Sounds good, Don. You have a good one.
Thanks.
So waiting for our unofficial winner to make its way back to the winner's circle, but there is an inquiry, and we'll have to wait to find out what they do say. Still unofficial. Yep. So we're waiting to hear from the folks upstairs. So 4-2-5.
8th race, Home Talent Colt Stake, 3-year-old filly pace. The 4, Cruiser Cancel, owned by Colder Than Ice Racing, Dustin Ford Racing, Randy T. Young Stables, Ryan Deaton, the winning trainer, Elliott Deaton in the sulky. 3-year-old filly by Yankee Cruiser out of flight, canceled. Home a winner in 2 minutes, 3/5. This race in memory of the Brown family, Harold, Jim, Jean, and Harriet. Blanket goes to Cruiser Canceled and Elliott Deaton.
Get the rundown now here from Roger.
Results are official. Number 1, Fancy Dragon, 5. The 2, Blazing Dragon, 2. The 3, Fear the X, 4. The 4, Cruiser Canceled, the winner. The 5, Song of the Queen, 3. Top down, 5-2-4. 1-3 on the bottom. The quarter, 30-1. The half, 1 minute. 3/4, 1:30. The mile, 2 minutes, 3/5. Ninth and final race, scratch the 1, SP Dancing with the Stars. Justin Irvine drives the 2, I'm a Beach Lady.
There are your changes for the ninth and final race. We'll be back with our finale right after these messages from the Canfield, Ohio, and the Mahoning County Fair right after this. Volstead, Coach K. Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K. Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out, Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Welcome back to the Mahoning County Fair in Canfield, Ohio, as we get set to wrap up day one of racing here with our ninth and final race of the day. This will be the second division of 3-year-old Filly Pacers. Field of 6 is scratched down to 5. As the horses are making their way out onto the track for this, the last race of the day. We're wrapping up racing over at Wauseon as well today, and that'll be all of our racing for today, Saturday. Tomorrow, though, big day of racing. We will be at Richwood, where we will kick it off at 11 a.m. and out at Marietta down in Washington County at 1 o'clock. Then on Monday, we're back at those two fairs, both post times at 1 o'clock, Richwood at 1, Marietta at 1, but we will start the day off with an 11 o'clock in the morning card from the Mahoning County Fair here in Canfield. On the day, we will have the Canfield Trotting Derby in the Signature Series and the Canfield Pacing Derby in the Signature Series. So we hope that you'll be able to make it out to the Canfield Fair for the horses are out on the track for the last race. Don't forget, if you're coming out to a fair, bring your Ohio County Fair passport, and we'll give you a sticker for your passport, and then we'll have some great prizes at the end of the year. At the last fair you're going to be at, make sure you give it to us, or you can mail it in to our offices to be eligible for the end of the year prizes. But we do have a special surprise for those of you that have been out collecting passport stamps all year. You will be able to stop, if you have 5 of them, stop by our tent at the Delaware County Fair, and we will have a special prize for those of you that have made attending the Ohio County Fairs and to watch the harness racing part of your summer. Getting ready for the post parade. After this, they will have wiener dog races here. A lot of the dogs are getting here and registering, getting set for the competition. You know, the wiener takes it all. And it will be 8 divisions. Then they're going to do 2 semifinals, and then they will have the finals. So here is the post parade.
Pace trophy by D&E Lemonade, $5,090. The 1 is Scratch. The 2, I'm a Beach Lady, the driver Justin Irvine. The 3, Fear My Grace with Keith Cash Jr. Number 4, Cinderella's Dragon with Chris Hirschberger. Number 5, Betty Rocks, Elliot Deaton. And number 6, Good Miss Cadillac, Corey Kreiser in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
Tell you a little bit more about these horses that we have. And we have in the 9th, we have the number 1 has been scratched. The number 2 is I'm a Beach Lady. Justin Irvine drives for Herman Hagerman. This down by the seaside out of Rocket on Out is owned by Hagerman Racing, Martin Yoder and Daniel Schrock. 22 starts this year, has hit the board in 15 of those with 9 wins. Was a winner last time out at Canton and had a second place finish before that, but they had won 4 straight prior to that as well. Justin Irvine in the bike. The number 3 is Fear My Grace. Keith Cash Jr. drives for Brett Schwartz. 14 starts on the year, a win, a second, and 4 thirds, earnings of over $12,000. Lifetime 4 wins in 29 starts. The number 4 is Cinderella's Dragon. Chris Hirschberger drives and trains for Bob Troyer. This is a filly out of the Ponderosa, or by the Ponderosa out of McMary. Again, 19 starts, 3 wins, 2 seconds, 4 thirds. Lifetime 7 wins and 34 starts. Has hit the board in 4 of the last 5. Last time it was a winner was at Painesville on July 23rd. The number 5 is Betty Rocks. Elliot Deaton drives for trainer Ryan Deaton, who also owns Betty Rocks. This filly by Pet Rock is out of the field and Frisky Mare, Crown Time Keeper, 12 starts on the year. Still looking for that first win. Did not race as a 2-year-old. And the number 6 is Good Miss Cadillac. Corey Kreiser owns along with Melissa Lawyer. He trains and drives the Racing Hill filly out of the mare Stuck Like Glue by Dragon again. Last time was a winner back on September of 2023, September 13, 2023. Has not won in 20 starts this year, but has hit the board in 5 of the last 6. So we'll be looking to try to get that initial win of this year. So Echo Valley continues to entertain here for the crowd as we get set for the final race of day 1 of racing from the Mahoning County Fair in Canton. I want to thank everybody who's checked in from all over Ohio as well as the United States. Glad to have you along watching and enjoying harness racing from Canfield. We'll be back here again on Monday for an 11 o'clock start. 12 races on the schedule on Monday. Horses are down in the first turn, circling, getting ready to head to the backstretch where they will be picked up by the Mike Wepkenberg starting gate. Nice crowd on hand today. They had a little bit of rain early. It was right about 10 o'clock. I was over in the speed office getting some driver's changes, talking to some of the trainers and drivers when all of a sudden the rain started. So Echo Valley has completed playing today, and we are getting ready to go as the field is forming up. behind the Mike Wepkenberg starting gate, and we will send it up to Roger Houston for the final on this Saturday of Labor Day weekend. Glad to have you along.
Starting gate. Three-year-old filly pacers are in behind the Wupfenberg gate on the upper turn. Gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing. That Cinderella's Dragon going right out for the lead. Fear My Grace is there second. Betty Rocks up on the outside third. Good Miss Cadillac fourth, and trailing the field off stride, I'm a Beach Lady. On to the backside and the first quarter mark. On top, it's Cinderella's Dragon. Chris Hirschberger showing the way, but on the outside, challenging, it's Elliott Deaton with Betty Rocks at the three-quarter mark. Racing third, Fear My Grace. Fourth is Good Miss Cadillac. The trailer, I'm a Beach Lady. Opening quarter in 29 flat. Around the turn they go. Cinderella's Dragon has the lead. Taking the seat was Betty Rocks. Now second, passing his hands first time. Fear My Grace is third. Good Miss Cadillac fourth, and the trailer remains I'm a Beach Lady. They're halfway home. The leader, Cinderella's Dragon. Betty Rocks second. Good Miss Cadillac third. As they race into the turn, we're trailing the field. I'm a Beach Lady. Halfway home, 58-1. On to the backside they go. Second panel, 29-1. Cinderella's Dragon with the lead. Challenging on the outside. Betty Rocks now second and moving up. Fear My Grace is third. Good Miss Cadillac fourth. And the trailer remains I'm a Beach Lady at the three-quarter mark. 3 quarters in 1:29. Midway around the final turn. On top, Cinderella's Dragon. The outside, Betty Rocks racing third. Fear My Grace. Less than an 8 to go in Ohio. On top, Cinderella's Dragon. Ducking to the inside, Fear My Grace. On the outside, Betty Rocks coming on. Betty Rocks. Cinderella's Dragon. Fear My Grace.
Waiting on the time now. We'll get that here in a second. As Elliott Deaton gets it done. Winning
the mile,
with Betty Rocks.
2 minutes flat.
2 minutes flat. Elliott Deaton gets the win for Ryan Deaton, who owns this Pet Rock. Out of the Feel and Frisky mare, Crown Time. First win of the year. In fact, breaks its maiden today. Did not race as a 2-year-old. So comes home a winner here at the Mahoning County Fair in Canfield. The 3-year-old filly pacer, Betty Rocks, picks up that first victory of her career. And finally we have, because the track has dried enough, there it is, the Britain Chevrolet Winner's Circle. They were waiting enough for the track to dry so they could get the truck out. There you go. And you got to like what they do here. They put the fair, the division behind it, and so when they take the picture, here comes your winner.
Rocks. Ryan Deaton of Somerville, Ohio, owns and trains Elliott Deaton in the sulky. 3-year-old filly by Pet Rock at a Crown Time keep. Home a winner. 2 minutes flat. This division, blanket presented by D&E Lemonade to Ryan Deaton, Elliott Deaton, and Betty Rocks. Results are official. Number 1, scratched. The 2, I'm a Beach Lady. 4, The 3, Fear My Grace, 3. The 4, Cinderella's Dragon, 2. The 5, Betty Rocks, the winner. The 6, Good Miss Cadillac, 5. Top down, scratch 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 on the bottom. The quarter, 29. The half, 58 and 1. 3 quarters, 129. The mile, 2 minutes flat. Well, that concludes.
That'll wrap it up from the Mahoning County Fair here in Canfield. Day 1 of racing is in the books. We had 9 races. We will do it again at 11 o'clock on Monday. Post time 11 o'clock, 12 races. We hope that you will find time to join us from Canfield on your Labor Day. We will have 3 race cards that day, and that's going to do it for us from the Mahoning County Fair in Canfield. For Don Tiger, I'm Frank Frost saying so long. Have yourself a great Saturday, everybody. Goodbye.
This has been Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing has been presented by Midland Acres, thestable.ca, Dublin Valley Farms, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, and the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio County Fair Racing is a presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.